How does being right or wanting to be right all the time affects your confidence in yourself? Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Irina and I'm a life coach. I'm almost certified to become a life coach, and I have been deeply studied all the topics and working on myself so hard for past few years, but especially last few months. And being confidence is a skill that you can work on, and there's few things that can keep you from your confidence. I have been told many times in my life that wow, you're so confident, how did you do that? And to be honest, I am not. I was not born with confidence. Well, I believe we're all born with a confidence, but we lose it on the way. Why does it happen? Because we have those inner voices inside of our head that want us to be perfect. They want us to not get it wrong. They're afraid of us failing. They're afraid of, oh, if we do this scary thing, what the future will bring to us. They want to protect us. And perfectionism is the thing I was holding on so hard to in my early 20s and my teenage years. That is the thing that prevented me from becoming a graphic designer, and it was thing that was preventing my growth until last year, when I took my confidence by the balls, as they say, and I just went on the whim with everything I wanted to do. I organized. I traveled to a new continent by myself as a woman. I organized, how do you call it? Protest in my city. I invested heavily into my education, into myself, into my happiness. The money I didn't have at that moment. So yes, people hearing this, oh, she must be very confident in herself to travel by herself. She does not feel fear. She must be very confident to be leading a protest in her own city, holding a megaphone, screaming at people, being so visible and vulnerable. And she must be very confident to invest this money into something that she does not know. Her brain doesn't know that it's gonna pay off. What I had to give up to be confident, to truly be confident, is my perfectionism. One of the things, one of the many things. And I had to learn how to grab the fear by his horns. How to move through the fear, because confidence, you're not people who are confident. And I learned from many wealthy people. I have many mentors that have the thing I want to have, and they all seem confident to me. But learning from the people that I wouldn't learn normally outside of my circles, people who are ahead of me in some area of my life, somewhere where I dream I will be one day, hearing them think, what do they believe in? And my mentor told me confidence is not something that she is, but that is something that she practices every day with every decision. And confident people do not ever feel no fear. I still feel fear. I just know how to manage my fear. I know how to live through it. I know how to hold myself emotionally through my fear. And I have a build-up of confidence day by day, month by month, year by year, little by little. And the proof that, oh, I actually did something scary today, something that scared me today, I did it and I lived through it, and I find the way through it, and I grew as a person through it. So the next time the fear tolerance goes down, so you're afraid from less of the things that can hurt you, because you've been doing scary things for a while. You've been building up momentum of the confidence that it starts truly becomes confident in yourself. It's not like, oh, I will look confident if I do this. No, you have a deep peace that keeps growing, and the fear keeps disappearing. And there was always gonna be more fear, but it will be less and less, and you have more confidence in yourself. Oh, I will be able to do this. Why does perfectionism stop your self-confidence? It is because you have perfectionism, actually a fear of getting it wrong. Perfectionism is the fear of getting it wrong, doing something wrong, not being good enough. You see how you cannot be confident if you think that somebody is going to think that you're not perfect. There is 8 billion people on this planet, and however many people saw you at least once in your lifetime, if 1,000 people saw you, there's going to be 1,000 versions of yourself, and they're all going to look different. There's no way that you can be perfect in everybody's eyes, but self-confidence is you are perfect, you did the best you could in your own eyes, and the best you can looks different every time. Why did I stop recording videos on YouTube for a little bit? Because, and I know it now, I lost my self-confidence in it, because there is a video I made that a few months ago talking about health and healthy body, and I was so confident in it. And now that I kept learning, developing myself and getting more knowledge, and I'm like, this is not true for myself anymore. I said something I was very afraid of saying, and it served a purpose in the past. I said that if you need your brain to stop terrorizing you, you can eat food to bring all of the blood that's inside of the brain, to bring it back to your stomach, so you'll have a break. Now I know that it's a coping mechanism. It can be very easily misused, and many people use it unconsciously to not deal with the thoughts. And this makes me very sad, because in that video I'm gonna be like very soft on myself, but this was not the best thing I could say. But that was said in the past, and that still little perfectionist lives inside of me, which was getting me away from doing more videos. Because what if I say something that I will not agree in next 2 months, in the next week, in next 3 months? But this is a great, I realized that this is a great moment to come here and share. Whoever is listening, if you are, please leave me a comment. I would love to get to know you two guys. Whoever is listening, that it is okay to get it wrong. We will get it wrong. Confidence is built by doing things, getting them wrong, doing it again, getting them wrong, getting some things right, and when you get them right, you build the momentum. Why does getting things wrong stop people from trying for it at all? Because getting it wrong sometimes in the past seemed like something dangerous to do. You've been punished for getting it wrong, which diminishes your self-confidence, which most of us got, no matter from your like elementary family you grew up in, from the school. Getting it wrong, it got you wrong low grades. So this is very common in people. But to build your self-confidence, you need to realize, okay, I will get it wrong sometimes. I will get it wrong sometimes, but having the trust in yourself that you're going to learn from it, you're going to grow from it, you're going to be able to hold yourself through getting it wrong. And even though you feel like, oh my god, I'm going to be punished now, I cannot show my face. You hold yourself through it. And then you realize nobody punished me. There was no consequences. The biggest consequence was my head telling me that if I get it wrong or I got it wrong, and bringing my self-confidence down. Practice makes it perfect. Practice doesn't make it perfect. Practice makes it easy. And being wrong from time to time is something that most successful people deal with every day. But the only difference between a very rich, wealthy, successful person who this world at this moment of time would call successful is they do make mistakes, but they don't give up. And I was guilty of it. I was like, at the moment I make mistake, I just give up, because the perfectionist inside of me cannot handle not being right, not being perfect, not being the best. And then I give up. And I go turn my head around. Oh, I didn't even want this. Where the truth is, yes, I wanted this, and I just couldn't handle not being right, doing something wrong. So the confidence is the skill you get learned. You have to develop yourself if you want the life you truly believe you desire. It is trying a new thing and then you survive. It is trying a scary thing. No matter how little it is at the beginning, the scariest thing for me was, everybody asked me like, how do you travel by yourself? How are you not afraid? Because I build my self-confidence in that aspect of my life, and I'm building it in every area. But I started from traveling. I wanted to travel so bad, but I could not find anybody to travel with, because for most of my friends and family, the travels were not the first important thing in that few years back when they were very important to me. So it's like, I knew I wanted to go by myself, but my first step was not traveling by myself. My first step was like going to walk by myself. My first step was going to dinner by myself. And that first step, 7 years back, looked very scary to me. But I held myself through it, and I was fine to deal with discomfort temporarily. To learn, okay, this is not the worst thing, I survived. Next thing, going to dinner became natural. And then what was the next scariest thing that I really want to do but I'm afraid of? But I can handle it, but can I handle it? And you do it. And you go on a day trip by yourself. And then you go for a vacation to a resort by yourself. And then you go years later that you travel to a new continent by yourself as the woman on this planet, where everybody's telling you, oh my god, it's dangerous. Everybody's living in a fear. They want to protect you. They're telling you it's dangerous to do that, but you know you have to. You know you have to. And you go and you survive and you have the best story. And not have you only changed your inner confidence and your belief of, I'm capable of all of this going through by myself. You also change the belief of people around you. All of those people that said to you, it's scary, you're not going to be able to do it. It is just because they didn't have anybody in their environment doing it. And then you came around with audacity, ready to build up your self-confidence, ready to put away your perfectionist behind you, because you want to live the life with full lungs. And you do the thing everybody is afraid of, because you know how to hold fear. And then when you come back from the trip, you come back to a new reality. Everybody now is traveling by themselves. Only because you had the audacity first, you learn to go step by step, to swallow the fear, to build your self-confidence to do something you really wanted to do. Now that you did it, you changed the reality of all people around you, because if your sister could do something like, oh, if she can do it, I can do it. Instead of like, oh, somebody in the different country did this thing that I wanted to do, but they're too far away from you. This is how I started. I did not have anybody in my environment who was traveling by themselves, but I was watching people online for at least a year. I think it was probably 2 years. I was listening to their podcasts, I was watching YouTube videos, and it became a little bit more normal. Being surrounded, listening to those people who do the things I wanted to do. Now that I want to build my own business, I listen to people who already have the business, who are already doing the thing. Nobody in my environment have their own business. But I'm surrounding myself. Online is amazing place where you can literally surround yourself to type of people you would not be able to have access without internet. And then by being in their environment, your mind start changing. You start seeing the world different. The fears you had they're still there, but they do not seem as scary, because somebody you know like deeply about, somebody who you know like their whole life, even though you never met them in person, you know them online, you know their whole life, you humanize them, they seem closer to you. If they can do it, then surely I can do it. And then every family, friends, and family members and co-workers, when they see you doing it, somebody who's present in their life, they can do it as well. I know this is a lot. I hope you enjoyed it, and please like, subscribe. I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. Share it with your friends, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.